Radhe Krishna Radhe, Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe, Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe.
The whole world is the abode of God. He resides everywhere. Your idea that this is mine is completely faulty. The world belongs to God and it is for the pleasure of God. So the second line of the mantra says, Tena, Tyaktena Bhunjitha. Hence, understanding this, renounce the desire to enjoy. Mahagridaha kasya svidhanam. This world never belonged to anyone. So, the shift in consciousness that needs to come about is from I am the enjoyer to I am the servant. The soul is the servant of the Lord. All that we have is to be used in His service. Dasabhutamidam tasya jagat sthavara jangamam Srimannarayana Swami Jagatam Prabhurishvaraha. In the Padma Puran, Vedvyas says, everything's constitutional position is service to God. The sun, the moon, the stars, the material energy, the souls, everything. Jada, Chetan, sentient, insentient. Das Bhuta Hare Reva Nanyasaiva Kadachana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishna Nityadas. The nature, the constitutional position of the soul is service to God. Like what is the constitutional position of the hand? Service to the body. It's a part of the body. Its dharma is to serve the body. In fulfilling its dharma, it gets what it wants. But in this consciousness that I've got no relationship with the body, now it has the impossible task of taking care of itself. So that is why Jagat Guru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says, you know what is the fastest way to purify your heart? What is the fastest way? So he has written 100 couplets called the Bhakti Shatak. And in there he points attention to one. सौ बातन की बात एक धरु मुरलीधर ध्यान. He says, one wisdom out of 100. बढ़वहु सेवा वासना यह सौ ज्ञानन ज्ञान. Keep your mind in God and grow your seva vasana, your desire to serve. This is one knowledge out of 100. So this is what you flip over. See, our Ramesh ji is smiling because he's from the Rotary. What is the slogan you people have? Service above self. So that service attitude, that flip over the enjoying attitude to the service attitude. And then automatically you will rise above the dualities. Service is not done as I want. Service is done as God wants. And that is the essence of Sharanagati. One mother had 2 daughters. She got one daughter married to an umbrella maker and another daughter married to a brick maker. Now, the umbrella maker's wife would say, Mummy, it doesn't rain and our umbrellas, they don't sell. Please pray to God that there should be lots and lots of rain through the year. And the brickmaker's wife would say, "Mummy, when the sun doesn't shine and it starts raining, we can't make bricks. Please pray to God that there may be less rainy days and more sunny days." The mother said, "What to do now? This daughter wants something and the other daughter wants the reverse. Now either there will be rain or there will be no rain." So she used to always be unhappy. Whenever there was rain, she would think of the brick-making daughter and be unhappy. Whenever there was no rain, she would think of the umbrella-making daughter and be unhappy. And she became known in the region as unhappy lady. By chance, she came to Swamiji's LTP program. And she said, "Swamiji, I'm always unhappy." So Swamiji explained, you don't need to do much. You just change the way you are thinking. Because the weather is not in your hands. The weather is as it is. Even if you do cloud seeding, there is still no guarantee that you can control the weather. That technology is not available to us. So, when it rains, you don't think of the second daughter, you think of the first. And when the sun shines, you think of the brick-making daughter. Now, when she learned that art, then she was always happy. And slowly people understood that she is so cheerful, they switched her name from unhappy lady to happy lady. So the idea is you can't change the world. You have to learn to accept the will of God. That is what surrender is all about. There will always be adversities and there will always be challenges. You know, I came across this story. There was a wise man in Germany, Gurdjieff, who was the disciple of a Sufi saint. So he created a community in Europe. And a troublesome person was in the community. And he would create a headache for everyone. So they would always complain to their spiritual teacher, "This guy creates so much, he's a pain in the neck." And then they got the good news, he has left the community. So they said, "Arey, master, that headache has gone and life is so easy." Gurdjieff said, "Really? This is most unfortunate." He went and contacted that person and paid him to come and stay. Now, if somebody is receiving payment to make trouble, why will they not? The others said, "Why are you doing this?" He said, "Look, he is the yeast which is so necessary for fermenting bread. Without yeast, you can't make bread. Likewise, it is the challenges that lead to inner purification." So Sri Krishna is saying in this verse that those who give up pride, who give up the sense of ownership, who always remember their true nature as the soul and they remember God, and they rise above the dualities. This is pleasurable, this is painful, and learn to submit to the will of God. These kinds of souls who surrender, what happens to them? What happens to them? Read the translation. What happens to them? They go to the eternal abode. So what Sri Krishna is indicating is that you don't have to remain here. This world, the world of Maya, is like the prison house of God. Now, the prison house is a small section of society. There's always a small prison house, and the rest of society, people are roaming around free. Likewise, in this prison house, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, this is all going on. And those who have learned the art of surrendering to the will of God and established themselves as His servants, there is no purpose for them to remain in the prison house. Have you all been to jail? No? I've been many times to give lectures. The first time I went, I was just a 31-year-old. And I was giving a lecture at a district place in Fulbani, of Odisha. Name of the place was Fulbani. The jailer used to visit every day. It's Swamiji, please come and bless my prisoners. So this was my first experience. He put me in front of those prisoners. And they were all so morose. Their head was down. And they were not even looking eye to eye. I asked, why are they not looking up? He said, Swamiji, they are feeling so embarrassed. You are a holy man and they're not willing to see eye to eye to you. Then I said, what should I speak to them? So I said, are you all unhappy? Suddenly they came to life. Yeah, yes. Maybe he's got some, magic powder that he'll throw on us and our unhappiness will go away. So they all said, yes, we are unhappy. I said, really? Very good. They said, very good. Arey, we are expressing our wounds to him and he's saying, very good. At least, he's a holy man. He should say, I'm so sorry. I said, look, what is the purpose of this jail? The purpose is for you to be unhappy. If you are happy here, then you will say there is no need to get out. I am a guest of the government. This is a fine arrangement. So the jail is deliberately a difficult place. Likewise, this world of Maya, which is the jailhouse of God, is deliberately a difficult place. Now people say, why is there suffering here, Swamiji? Why do bad things happen to good people? This is one of the most asked philosophic questions. Why do bad things happen to good people? Who is the good people you're talking about? I'm a good people. Arey, you are in the jailhouse of God. How can you be so good? If you were so good, you would be outside the jailhouse. The purpose of the jailhouse is that you should be unhappy. This jailhouse is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. You, with sadhana, you can rise above, that's fine. But ultimately, this world of Maya is for those souls who are vimukh, who have their backs to God. Now Sri Krishna concludes this verse by saying, those who turn around, they have no longer any purpose here. They are freed and they attain my eternal abode. So this chapter, Puruṣhottam Yoga, goes all the way from Maya to the divine abode. Now let's see what he says. Verse 6. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tadham paramam mama. Translation. Neither the sun nor the moon nor fire can illumine that supreme abode of mine. Having gone there, one does not return to this material world again. So the world of Maya is a place of repeated birth and death. The world of Maya is manifested by the material energy and its various forms and byproducts. Now, this material energy has no entry into the divine realm. That divine realm, it's his expression. He is to make us understand. The teacher used literary tools. So he says, look, that is a completely different realm, Arjuna. This Maya will have no entry there. That realm is made by Yoga Maya. And that realm is 3/4 of creation. The prison house or the world of Maya is 1/4 of creation. Hence, in chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, Sri Krishna explained his Vibhutis. He says, Arjuna, I am out of the mountains, I am Everest, out of the Pandavas, I am Arjuna, this, that. And then he says, Arjuna, what is the point in describing all these glories? Just understand this much. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shri madurjitameva va tat tadeva gachatvam mama teronsha sambhavam. All of this material realm is situated in 1/4 of my being, and 3/4 is the divine realm. See this, if you just think, common sense will tell you, if this is the only creation that God has made, then He has done a really terrible job. Is this the best He could do? A place where there is always war and there's COVID-19 and there is so many other problems. If this is what God created, then He's done a terrible job. So obviously, if He is so amazing, He has other parts of His creation. That divine realm is free from the blemishes of Maya. And the souls out there are the liberated souls who are in divine consciousness, who have infinite knowledge, infinite love, infinite bliss. Now, if you were to go, you say, why doesn't God take me there right now? You know, if you were to go there right now, how suffocated you would feel. Like you are sitting here and enjoying Bhagavad Gita. Now, somebody who doesn't enjoy spirituality, you force them to sit in front of this bearded Baba for 2 hours. He will say, why are you torturing me like this? You know, about a few years ago, I was giving a lecture in Los Angeles, the Valley Hindu Temple. So I announced that if anybody would like to support the university project, you can become a life member. The next day, as I was walking to the seat, one husband and wife, along with their 16-year-old daughter, was standing there. He said, Swamiji, we have decided to be life members. So they were thinking I will immediately give the shawl. And they had called their daughter, we'll receive a shawl, you should be with us. So I said, very nice, please wait. At the end of the lecture, I'll call you for the shawl. Now that poor daughter, she felt that my parents are torturing me like this, forcing me to sit for 1.5 hours to this guy. At the end, when I called them over, they said, Swamiji, our daughter has created hell for us. Why did you do this to me? So the point is that unless your consciousness is receptive to it, you will not fit in. Now you say, why doesn't God call us to Golok? If He calls you to Golok, now imagine how suffocated you will be. Everybody is doing Krishna, Krishna. Everybody is praising Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So only when you are full of that love in your heart will you qualify.